the Lost Wallet English podcast. Have you ever lost something so important that your heart started beating faster? Imagine losing your wallet, your money, your ATM card, your ID, everything. Now imagine someone finds it, but refuses to give it back. Why? Stay with me because today's story has a surprising ending, and while enjoying it, you'll also learn natural English used in everyday conversations. Let's begin. Hey, you don't look okay today. Yeah, I'm not. What happened? I lost my wallet. Seriously? Yes. When? Yesterday evening. Where did you lose it? I think I left it in a coffee shop. Oh no. Did you go back? I did. And it wasn't there. So, someone took it? Maybe. What did you do next? I asked the cashier if anyone had returned a black wallet. What did she say? She looked at me and said, I'm sorry, sir. Nobody has returned any wallet today. That must have been a terrible feeling. It really was. My wallet had everything inside. My bank card, my ID card, my driving license, and almost $200. Oh no! I didn't know what to do. So I called my bank immediately. Good decision. Yes. But then something happened that completely changed everything. What happened? My phone started ringing. Who was calling? I had never seen that number before. Did you answer? Yes. The person said, Hello. I think I found your wallet. I smiled for the first time that day, but only a few seconds later, that smile disappeared because the stranger said something I never expected. Part 2, the mysterious phone call. Hello, I think I found your wallet. For a moment, I couldn't believe what I had just heard. I quickly asked, Really? Where are you? Can I come and get it right now? The man was silent for a few seconds. Then he said, Yes, I have your wallet, but I can't return it tonight. I was confused. Why not? Is there a problem? He replied, Don't worry, your wallet is safe. Then why can't we meet? He took a deep breath before answering, Because I need to check something first. I frowned. Check what? But he didn't answer my question. Instead, he asked, Can you tell me your full name? I told him my name. Now tell me what color your wallet is. It's black. What's inside it? My ID card, my bank card, my driving license, some cash, and a small family photo. There was another long silence. Finally, he said, Good. It really belongs to you. I felt a little relieved, but I still didn't understand. If you know it's mine, why can't I have it back tonight? He answered quietly, Because there's something inside your wallet that you haven't noticed yet. I was shocked. Something I haven't noticed? What do you mean? I checked my wallet carefully before calling you. He replied, Trust me. When you see it tomorrow, you'll understand. Before I could ask another question, he ended the call. I stood there holding my phone. My mind was full of questions. What was inside my wallet? Why didn't he tell me? Was he hiding something? Or was he trying to protect me? I didn't sleep well that night. I kept thinking about the mysterious stranger and the secret inside my wallet. The next morning, everything changed. Part 3: The Secret Inside the Wallet. The next morning, I woke up earlier than usual. Honestly, I couldn't stop thinking about that phone call. At exactly 9 a.m., my phone rang again. It was the same number. "Good morning," the man said. "Can you meet me at Central Park in 30 minutes? "Of course," I replied. "I'll be there." I left my apartment immediately. On the way, I kept asking myself, who is this man? Why is he acting so strangely? And what was inside my wallet? 30 minutes later, I arrived at the park. A man was sitting quietly on a bench. He looked around 50 years old. He smiled when he saw me. "You must be David." "Yes. And you must be the person who found my wallet." "That's right." He stood up, reached into his bag, and handed me my wallet. I opened it immediately. Everything was there. My cash, my bank card, my driving license. Nothing was missing. I looked at him and smiled. "Thank you so much. You have no idea how worried I was." He smiled back, then asked, "Have you checked every pocket?" I looked confused. "Every pocket?" "Yes. There's a small zipper inside." "I didn't put anything there," I said. "Just check." I slowly opened the tiny zipper. Inside, there was a folded piece of paper. I froze. "I have never seen this before," I whispered. The man nodded. "I thought so." My hands were shaking as I opened the paper. It wasn't money. It wasn't a receipt. It was a handwritten letter. But before I started reading it, the man quietly said, "That letter changed my life, and today, it may change yours too." I looked up at him. "What do you mean?" He smiled. "Read it first." I took a deep breath, opened the letter, and the very first sentence made my eyes fill with tears. Part 4: The Letter That Changed Everything. My hands were shaking. I unfolded the letter slowly. At the top, it simply said, "To the person who finds this wallet." I frowned. "This isn't my handwriting," I said. The man smiled. "I know." I continued reading. "If you're reading this, thank you for being an honest person. Life gives us many chances to choose between honesty and dishonesty. Money can always be earned again, but trust is much harder to rebuild. If you return this wallet, you're not just returning money. You're returning someone's peace of mind." I stopped reading for a moment. I looked at the man. "Who wrote this?" He took a deep breath. "My father." "Your father?" "Yes. He passed away 3 years ago." "I'm so sorry." He always believed that honesty was the greatest gift a person could have. I looked back at the letter. Then I asked, "But why was it inside my wallet?" The man smiled. "It wasn't." "What?" "When I found your wallet yesterday, I noticed there was no emergency contact, no personal message, nothing. So, I wrote my father's letter on a piece of paper and placed it inside your wallet. I stared at him in surprise. You wrote it from memory? Every single word. But why? He looked at me and said quietly, because yesterday, I wanted to know what kind of person you were. I don't understand. If you had only cared about your money, you would have grabbed the wallet and walked away. But instead, you thanked me, you respected me, and you never accused me of stealing anything. He smiled warmly. So today, I wanted to leave you with something more valuable than money. What is that? A lesson you'll remember for the rest of your life. For a few seconds, neither of us spoke. The park was completely quiet. Then I carefully folded the letter, placed it back inside my wallet, and smiled. I think I'll keep this letter forever. Part 5, A New Beginning. For a few moments, neither of us said a single word. The cool morning breeze gently moved the trees around us. I looked at the stranger and said, I don't know how to thank you. He smiled and replied, You already have. I looked confused. What do you mean? He said, When you trusted me yesterday, you reminded me that there are still kind people in this world. I smiled. And today, you've reminded me of the same thing. The stranger stood up. It looks like it's time for me to go. Wait, I said. I don't even know your name. He laughed softly. My name isn't important. What matters is the lesson you learned today. He shook my hand. Take care of your wallet. Then he smiled and added, and take care of your kindness too. With those words, he slowly walked away. I watched him until he disappeared into the crowd. When I reached home, I opened my wallet one more time. The letter was still there. I smiled and whispered, This stays with me forever. Since that day, I have never forgotten two things. First, always check your pockets before leaving a place. And second, honesty is worth more than money. Sometimes, the greatest gift a stranger can give you isn't your lost wallet. It's a lesson that changes the way you see the world. And every time I open my wallet, that small letter reminds me, kindness always comes back.